What's going on, y'all? Machiavelli Mills TV. I hit the like button and hit the subscribe button. So, the woman who accused Jay-Z of assaulting her when she was 13 years old admitted to inconsistencies in her story, but she still stands firm on her claims that Jay-Z, and I believe she said Diddy as well, assaulted her, right? Now when this story first broke, I reported on it on this channel. I told y'all basically, I wasn't going to say the woman was lying or anything like that, but she did. It was some things in the story, how the story was told, that made me scratch my head or made me say, And so, even while reporting on it, I questioned certain things being said, but I didn't say she was lying. I didn't say, oh, Jay-Z is just getting railroaded. What's the word? Yeah, railroaded, I think is the word for it. I didn't say any of those things, right? However, I was not one of those individuals who wanted Jay to be guilty immediately. I was not. There are people who never liked Jay, who just wanted him to be who want him to be guilty. So as soon as I remember, as soon as the news broke, there were people. I mean, when Diddy first got in trouble, people was like, "Yo, lock Jay-Z up too." He always in pictures with Diddy. He always at brunches with Diddy taking pictures. He got to be guilty too, right? There's that crowd. And then there are crowds of individuals who don't like, I guess, they watched them Illuminati videos. They've heard certain things from Jaguar Wright, and so they believed it. And so they feel like, oh, throw him under the jail too, and all of that, right? Now, I'm going to tell y'all this. I was straight down the middle. It may not seem like that to people, but being for real. If you're new to this channel, I'm going to tell y'all this. I always tell people, Jay-Z is one of my favorite lyricists of all time. One of my favorite rappers of all time. Phenomenal lyricist, right? But I always said, not always, as of the last few years, I've called Jay-Z a capitalist on this channel. I have a video about Jay being a capitalist on this channel, right? I went against Jay when Jay did the deal with the NFL to be over the Super Bowl halftime performance, right? After he had already, the year before, he told Jermaine Dupri them, hey, we not performing at the Super Bowl. We not doing that. We standing with Colin Kaepernick. And then he struck a deal with the NFL when nothing had changed. Nothing had changed in the NFL at all. You feel me? Like Cap still Cap still didn't have a job. And he was talking about we standing with Cap, and then we kneeling, and then he got the deal. And then after they asked him about what happened, what changed, he goes, just with this jigger, we passed kneeling. What are you, now it's about, what are you gonna do? I'm saying that's how Jigga was saying it. What are you gonna do? That's how he was doing it. We're past kneeling now. And I was like, oh, hell no, Jigga. Get out of here with that bullshit, right? So what I'm saying is this channel is not just, this is not a channel that's biased towards the Jigga Man. I'm not biased towards the Jigga Man, even though he's a phenomenal rapper, because I've called him out for other things as well. But I will say I pointed out inconsistencies in the story. Now let's talk about the inconsistencies. Now, the woman identified as Jane Doe only, because she's keeping her identity concealed. She acknowledged errors in her account of the events from 24 years ago. Because her own father, this woman's own father, told NBC News that he doesn't recall picking her up after the alleged attack. So she said that her father, she escaped the after party or something like that, and she went to call her father. Her father came to pick her up, and they rode home together in silence or something like that, right? Her father said, yo, he don't recall any of that. Then he also reveals that the distance from their home in Rochester, New York to Manhattan would have been a 5-hour drive. So it would have taken him a long time to get to her. So he like, yo, I don't remember any of this. That would have been a 5-hour drive to get from our home to there. No, right? Now I know some of y'all gonna say, well, Jigga probably paid him off and paid him a large lump sum. I don't know, man. The way Jigga, and people can say things too, but the way Jigga was talking about how he was not giving up 1 red cent for anybody, he was gonna clear his name 100%, and he was willing to go toe-to-toe with Tony Busby and all of that, the attorney. He like, yo, and the way he was talking, I don't know if he gave up dollars, but I mean, he could have, and we don't know. But I mean, damn, a father going against his own daughter for some money is crazy. But the father say he don't even recall he never recalled picking her up from nothing like that, right? Then the accuser, Jane Doe, she also claims to have spoken with musician Benji Madden at the party, right? But Benji Madden's representative confirmed neither he nor his brother Joel attended the 2000 VMAs as they were on tour in the Midwest at the time. So the sister say, you know, she was at the party, she got attacked and all of that. She spoke with Benji Madden. The woman says this, and Benji Madden representatives say they wasn't even there. They was in the Midwest at the time. So what is she talking about? You know what I mean? What is going on, man? Right? Additionally, photographs placed Jay-Z and Diddy, I guess, at a separate nightclub in New York. You know what I mean? So like at a nightclub at a separate nightclub in New York. You know what I mean? So it's like I don't know, man. But I pointed out inconsistencies in the story, and with these inconsistencies, now it's going to be harder to prove. Let's just say Jay-Z is guilty, right? Let's just say that, just for hypothetical purposes. Now, people are not going to be prone to believing anything she says because of the fact that you have these glaring inconsistencies. Your father don't even remember none of this. You say you spoke to this specific individual, you name dropped him, and they were not there at the time. Now it looks shaky. Now your story looks shifty. You know what I mean? Now it's looking like, is Mr. Busby out here trying to just take people under for the sake of just, is he out here? Is he an ambulance chaser? Is he? Because that's what Jay-Z called him. Is he out here just trying to find somebody to throw people under the jail with? It looks shaky now. You know what I mean? So now her credibility has been shot. But yeah, man. I saw this and I said, wow, I gotta report on this. Because when your own daddy say, hey man, I don't know none of that. I don't remember any of that. It looked crazy. And again, I want to play devil's advocate because I know people are going to say, man, people's parents have changed up on them all the time. But damn, man, your people switch up on you for some bread. If that's the case, oh man, I don't know, man. But I just wanted to make this video to follow up because I'm like, yo, these inconsistencies, these are crazy. Now we got to see what other inconsistencies lie there or what's going on with it, and will these accusations be taken serious from here on out? But I do know there are a lot of people that heard this immediately and say, oh no, Jigga guilty, Jay-Z done it, lock him up, throw away the key. And sometimes we gotta assess situations and we gotta let them play out. Now this situation, it still has to play out, right? It still has to play out. But again, I'm just reporting on what's happening in this news cycle in this story. And I wouldn't be doing my due diligence to this channel and to the people if I did not report on these inconsistencies. But yeah, the way Jigga was talking, yo, he was talking like he ready for war to clear his name. And he said they thought that, these type of allegations was going to be so embarrassing for his image and his reputation, his image, that he was just going to settle. He like, yo, I'm not settling nothing. I'm not. Now I'm going to show you who I am. And I don't know, man. It's getting very, very spicy out here for real. But the woman that's identified as Jane Doe, her credibility is now shot. And again, you still have to assess other things that happen. They're gonna still go through whatever they gotta go through. But it's gonna be people who are now looking at her sideways. Now you got some people who gonna be like, I don't care what she said, I don't care about the inconsistencies. They don't like Jay, so they say Jay had to do this. Jay got to get up out of here. There are people who are of that nature. But then you have some people who were initially looking at Jay as guilty and say, well, damn, I don't know. And I still hear people saying, hey, he might not be guilty of this one, but he did some other stuff to some other people and it's going to come out. You still got people like that. So again, to be seen, to be continued. But yeah, I said, wow. Because I saw this coming from, first I saw Biggs, Kareem Biggs Burke, Maul's older brother. Biggs put this on his page and in his Instagram story, And I went to go see if it checked out. And I'm like, oh, okay, this is really a thing. The father told NBC News, hey, I don't remember that. I don't recall that ever. He went and called the news up and said it. You feel me? So I don't know. I'm wondering, does the woman have some type of mental issues? Does she have something, you know what I mean? Does she have some type of mental health thing where she's like going along with this, or is she just pulling this out of thin air for a cash grab? I don't know. Is it true? Is it really true? Did the drugs have an effect on her memory? I don't know. Or the trauma from it have an effect on her memory? Because people would say, well, sometimes trauma would skew certain people's memory of certain events. So I know those, I've heard of that happening and all of that, right? Things really did happen to a person, but because of the trauma from the night, they forget how things went and all of that. But I don't know. Saying that your father picked you up and he's saying he didn't, that's a big thing to be like shifty on. And your father like, yo, that would have been a 5-hour drive. It would have took me forever and a day to get to her. So where was she at the whole time she waited for me to come pick her up? He like, yo, I wouldn't have been able to get to her quick. So it raises more eyebrows. It makes more people scratch their head. And it makes more people want to get in tune with what comes from this story going forth. Because now Jigga is going to be out to shoot. He's trying to damage Tony Busby's credibility and say, look at this dude here, man. Look at what he got going on. And then, hey, I don't know. Making people wonder. All right.